Hello, all, and welcome back to our Divine Reprieve, a design through play, actual play. Today I have with me, I'll let them introduce themselves.
Uh, so my name's Eddie, and I will be playing Wendell Crom Spigot.
All right, and we open up with Wendell Spigot getting 213 Summer Ave, a beautiful little home with a nice property um, in the midst of, a nice residential area reclaimed by the bank. That's the first time Wendell's had a chance to check the place out. Keys and all, how does Wendell arrive?
I think Wendell arrives in a very old, Cadillac. It's like falling apart. Maybe there's parts like scraping on the ground in the street as he pulls up, and it kind of sputters to a stop. Gets out, bones creaking, just takes a look.
Right. And the two-story house is there, the shed in the back. Uh, Driveway doesn't quite go all the way up to the shed, but it seems to be staying there. Seems like a pleasant place. Seems to be some trees marking the edge of the backyard.
Can I Can I, drive? So you said the driveway stops?
Yeah, like
It doesn't
it's
go all the way to the shed, but
no,
is there,
no.
like, a fence or anything?
There's no fence. There's just grass.
Okay, I'm just gonna drive into the backyard.
Right. Getting out in the backyard, there seems to be a back entrance to the house. There's a little dip in the middle of your yard for some reason, and there's this tool shed. Looks old, looks a little run down. Got a padlock on it.
This is interesting. Uh, can I try to, shake the lock open, or is there another way in?
So it doesn't seem another way. As you look at the lock and the keys they gave you, the two keys you have don't seem to fit it.
Hmm, can I have a, toolkit in my car that has, basic stuff like hammer, crowbar, road flares, that kinda thing?
Yeah, it's the kind of thing you keep in an old car.
Okay, I'm just gonna can I crowbar the lock off?
It's your lock.
Awesome. I'll take care of this. And it pops open, and I go in.
All right, with a loud click. Doesn't look like the lock will be closing quite right again. Seems a little bent. Guess that's what they get
I'll
for
f-
using cheap locks.
I'll fix that later.
And opening up, the shed seems relatively empty. There is a rake, a shovel with some dirt on it. There's a hanging light with a lot of exposed wires.
Well, that's a safety hazard. Um, do is there anything hanging near the wires? Like when I think my shed's about to burn down,
Uh, well, you a couple of the wires are exposed. It could be bad if someone was to turn the light.
which I do before realizing that.
Right, you flick the light and it doesn't seem to work. Maybe someone already
Hmm,
blew the fuse or something.
interesting. Uh, yeah, so I would flick it back and on, and then I'd probably turn around and notice the exposed wires. You said the shovel has dirt?
Yep.
Hmm. And that's it? There's just a few tools and it's just like like a small, 10 by 10 shed or something like that?
Yeah,
8 by 8, something like that?
it's about 10 by 10. It's one of the larger size sheds. It just seems to be relatively empty.
Hmm. Neat. Okay, so I guess try to get in the back door,
Yeah, so you open up the back door. You have the key. It was locked. And going inside, you step into a kitchen. The kitchen leads off to a living room, a hallway, and a door which, from what they sent you the plans, probably leads to the basement.
Okay. I look around the kitchen. Do the appliances look relatively new? Like, do they work?
They don't look new, but they're certainly not old. Checking the fridge, it's cold. Turning the oven on, you can see the little burner starting to get nice and red.
Okay, so it's electric.
Mm-hmm.
Does the sink run? Like I turn the sink on like full blast?
All right, you turn the sink on and it runs for a minute and then just kind of stops, makes that kind of gurgling sound that houses that haven't had their pipes turned off properly make. A little bit of gunk comes out and then it starts working again.
Ugh. That seems to be in order. Is the fridge empty? I checked the fridge.
It is certainly empty.
Is it on? Like, is it cold?
It is.
Okay. Uh, is there any furniture at all in the house, or is it like empty, empty?
As you peek into the living room, there seems to be a place where a TV used to sit and a couch. Uh, Looking in the hallway, you see it leads to upstairs, the front door, and an office that has a large stone desk in it with a bowl kind of in the center of the desk. Looks really out of
S
place.
Stone with a
Yep,
bowl?
it is a marble desk with. You'd almost think they used the kind of platform you'd use for a sink, but on a desk.
Hmm. So it's like fair sized, not like huge, but pretty big.
It's what you'd think of an executive desk size. Like it takes up most of this room.
Hmm. I'd definitely go in there and look around.
All right, taking a closer look. There doesn't seem to be a closet or anything in here. There's just this desk with its four drawers and the bowl. And taking a close look at the bowl, the lip of the bowl seems to have five weird symbols carved into it. Maybe half an inch by half an inch. Looks nicely
Is
done.
I was gonna say, is there any chance that I can like read it or know what it is?
It doesn't look like English or the alphabet in any. It's just these weird symbols. One almost looks like a
Hmm.
snake.
A snake. Hmm.
Hmm.
Um. Can I tell what the other symbols are?
Oh, they don't look animal based. They don't look like the alphabet. They don't look like the Chinese kind of glyphs.
Hmm. Interesting. If there's no books or papers or anything like that, well, I guess can I check the drawers? You said there was 4 drawers.
Yeah, you search through the drawers and you find some of the following: a giant iron key,
Okay.
like far larger than it should be. Like we're talking forearm size.
Oh, that
A
okay. That's huge.
it is. As well as some chiseling equipment. Looks like it's designed for chiseling stone, though the tools are far too big to have worked on this desk.
Okay.
And a set of car keys. And by a set, I mean a dozen of them, all the same set of car keys with a little button push to lock and unlock.
There's a dozen
A
like
dozen,
fobs.
a dozen files with the key attached. Yeah, all the keys look the same.
Okay. And they look the same. Interesting. Okay. Um, so there's a key, chiseling equipment, and a dozen car keys. That's 3.
And one
So
drawer
that's
is
not,
empty.
and one drawer is empty. Interesting. Okay. I think I would just toss them in the bowl and then like leave.
Like everything.
Yeah.
Right. So, as you leave, there is a flash of light behind you.
Oh golly gee. I turn around. What do I see?
The bowl is empty, and you hear a crash upstairs.
Um um okay. Can I just want to go look up the stairs.
All right.
Hello?
You hurry out into the hallway and take a peek upstairs. You can just see one open door that looks like it might be a bathroom for the bottom of the stairs. As well, this is the entrance to the house, and looking back, there is a kind of picture hanging facing the kitchen. Well, not facing the kitchen, facing the front door, but towards the wall to the kitchen. Showing a picture of a young woman with dark hair and sunken in eyes.
Was it not there before? Or is this like a new hallway I hadn't seen before?
This is now that you've stepped out where the stairs are past the office, you can get a better look at the full hallway.
Okay. And nothing responds or anything? I just heard like a thump from upstairs.
Correct.
This picture upstairs or was this
No,
downstairs by the
it's in this front hallway.
Okay. Uh is the young girl like creepy? You just said young woman, dark hair, sunken eyes.
Yeah.
Is she like so she's creepy?
Well, it depends on what you consider creepy.
That's a good point. Um all right, I think I would ignore it and then I would like go to the bottom of the stairs and like look up and say, "Hello."
And there's silence.
Did the flash of light cause like like a tremor or anything like that? Like what I think something just fell?
You didn't feel anything from where you were, but who knows?
Hmm. I think I start heading up the stairs and say, "This is my house now. I'm armed." And start heading up the stairs.
Alright, as you hit the top of the stairs, other than the door open that you've seen, which is definitely a bathroom, there are four others. All the doors are shut. It's quite large upstairs, it would seem. And from one of the doors, not where you heard the cash come from, the opposite way, you hear,
Um, is that supposed to be like an animal
who knows?
and it's behind a closed door?
It is.
Oh, good lord. Uh, can I can I run back downstairs and out the door and I want to go get my crowbar and some road flares.
Alright, sounds like a plan. You get out to your car, you get your stuff, maybe a little bit nervous.
Yeah, he's probably like mumbling to himself. He's like, "I'm getting too old for this. There's no way I was imagining that. No way at all." And yeah, like I said, I want to have like a crowbar and some road flares, and like maybe I put a couple like in my belt, like a couple extra flares, and as soon as I walk in the back door, I'll like take the lid off and like pop one road flare, and then have my crowbar in the other hand and go back up to that door.
And as you make your way back through the kitchen from the back door to the hallway, facing the front door seems to be a full suit of armor, just looking at the door. It was certainly not there when you left the house.
Is it like a decoration or like it's standing there like
From behind, it's hard to tell.
um excuse me, sir?
There's no response.
Can I can I jump forward and try to like knock the helmet off the armor with the crowbar?
Yep. You leap forward to bumping the helmet, and it kind of falls down, and you can see some strings holding it as it kind of hangs there, and the whole armor just kind of falls apart.
Um, interesting. Uh, do the glove? Can I try one of the gloves on? Do the gloves fit?
They do.
Okay, can I put the? Do the boots fit?
Mm-hmm.
Or are they too big?
This
Okay,
this seems to fit you perfectly.
so I'll set the flare down, like, on the steps and try not to burn anything, and then I just wanna put the boots and the gloves, that's it.
All
And then
right.
I'll keep my, I'm
There,
probably in some, like,
there is this problem that there is fishing wire
okay.
running through all this, holding it together. Do you just cut it away, or
Y yeah, can I just, like, melt it with the flare?
you can?
I don't know, it's what I had handy.
And when you
Okay,
melt
yeah,
it, you
I would
hear a
just
loud yelping sound come from the armor.
from the armor?
Yeah, from the center of the armor,
Something starts yelling?
yelping. Meow.
Okay. I just wanna start beating it with the crowbar.
All right, and there's no reaction. You're getting tired between the fear and the age catching up with you.
Can I go back to, like, burning it? Like,
Yeah,
"Stop, stop, stop!" And I just keep, like, I wanna, like, burn the lines apart.
and every time it makes a yelping sound, but eventually it stops.
Uh, I just wanna, like, look around and make sure I'm still alone.
It seems like it.
"What the hell is this place?" And then gloves and boots go on. And by this time, uh, I'm kind of, like, out of breath, and, like, my pink button-down shirt collared shirt and jeans might be, like, a little damp, like, nervous sweats. My hands are definitely wet. Uh, and I pick the flare back up after I get the stuff on and pick the crowbar back up and, start heading back up the stairs. "I'm definitely armed this time! Stop playing around!"
And you get to the top, and two of the doors are open. One's facing
Oh,
each other.
come on. Okay. Uh, if I look back away from those doors to where I heard that noise before, do I hear anything?
No, one of those doors is the one where you heard the noise before.
Okay, I want to, like, leap into that room, flare first, and just start swinging it around. And I just go, "Ah!"
And you leap in there, and it's empty.
Like, completely empty. It's just like a
Looks like it's an empty bedroom.
is it like hardwood floors or is it carpet? Like, am I clanging around?
This is hardwood floors.
Okay, perfect. I'm totally ruining them with these metal boots.
There
Oh, is there a closet?
is.
Can I can I like pull it open with the flare and get ready to like hit something with the crowbar?
You pull it open with the flare, and out falls a loud, what looks like clown costume, and
Oh no. It's like walking into a spider web. I just start flailing and I shove the flare into it and I'm just like swinging with the crowbar.
all right.
Is it like is it like a costume or is it like solid like there's something in it?
It is like a kind of like one of those blow up doll things that has been deflated. And as you're flailing around, you hear,
Oh
and
god.
there is suddenly a loud thud sound, and everything goes black.
Oh no. But I'm like so I'm not unconscious. It's like the room just goes black.
Well, you felt a sharp pain in the back of your head, then yes, everything went black.
Okay, okay.
All right, and a few seconds later, Wendell finds himself sitting down as he kind of, you think, come to. And as you look
Ah.
around, you're up on a golden dais, sitting on a chair. In front of you is a hill of what looks like crystalline ground, and on the top of this sits five figures. The front one is a woman with a blindfold. The one beside her is a man dressed in some fine clothing. The opposite sides, it's a man dressed what looks like he's wearing shadows almost. To the other side of him sits a being that you're not sure if it's even human. It's long and strangly and looks a little bit like Slenderman. And
Okay.
on the other far side sits a woman dressed in furs with small animals nearby.
Hmm. This. Where am I?
And the one with the blindfold speaks. You are in a place between worlds. You've had an unfortunate accident.
Unfortunate accident.
Well, you may have died.
What? Is this heaven?
No, no,
Oh, damn it. I knew I was going to hell.
no, not that in either. We've interrupted the travel of your soul. We have need of your help.
Uh, my help?
Well,
What can
you and
I
a few
help?
others. Well, you have a strong enough soul that we can have this conversation, and there is a world that we're responsible for, though we can't intervene directly. We wish to send down champions to help people.
This. This is ridiculous.
Well,
Who put you up to this?
excuse me.
Who put you up to this? I
Um,
knew those people at the firm were just full of crap. How long have
sir,
you been in the house?
what house, sir?
The
Sir.
house! The house I was in!
And she looks at the others, and they seem concerned. Um, Sir, you recently died wherever you were. We're not sure.
If I died, how am I standing here? And
Well,
am I still wearing the armor?
you were not. You were wearing whatever clothes you arrived at the house with.
Okay, I look down and I say, see? And I do like a little old man jig.
Well, sir, I don't usually do this. And she reaches her palm out, and you get a flash of you being carried out. The back of your head caved in into a stretcher. Um, and people are just kind of shaking their head. And you know that kind of when an ambulance is called and they're not in a rush because there is no way this person is alive.
Yeah.
And they're kind of moving at that speed.
And this is just kind of like a third person
View, yeah.
like yeah, okay. What's that? Huh.
Well, that's what's happening right now in your world, sir.
My world. There's more than one world.
She gives a nod, yes. And I suppose if you want to move on to your afterlife, we could send you there. Well, we're
Wait,
all
no, no. Oh, okay. No, no. I'm good here, helping.
good, good. That makes things much simpler. We hope to imbue you with gifts and revitalize your body and give you a new body down on this world that is in danger.
Revitalize my body,
Well,
he
you
thinks.
seem frail.
That's kind of rude. Does okay, so she's like young, right? In a blindfold?
It's hard to tell her age, but she is blindfolded.
You seem kind of blind. How
Well,
can you even tell?
I can see the threads of destiny.
Uh, okay. What?
Well,
Who are you guys exactly?
we are the divine council that watches over the world we're hoping to send you to.
Right. With the powers and the gifts and the revitalized body.
That is our hope.
All right, I'm in. Sign me up.
Alright, so before we send you down, we are allowed to give you a single divine gift. Is there any kind of ability you've thought of always wanting through your life?
Regeneration, eternal youth, growing back body parts.
Alright, and she gives a nod at the creepy Slender Man thing that kind of gets up from its chair and disjointed movements, and it kind of disappears and reappears a few feet closer and keeps doing that till it's right in front of you. And kind of reaches out a creepy little hand.
I think I think I would just close my eyes and like hold out my arms, say, "Hit me!"
Alright, and when you open them, it's still standing there looking at you. Its voice slightly distorted.
Is it done?
And it gives a bit of a nod if you're looking.
Yeah, I like peek an eye at him when I say that, and then it nods, and I look down at myself. Do I look different? Do I feel different?
You don't feel any different at all.
That's it.
It nods again.
Uh, I can regenerate. I have eternal youth.
And it gives a slight sigh.
How do I know?
You will not feel the effects until we send you to the world.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Just don't talk at me again.
And it pauses and thinks and gives a nod. And extends its creepy long hand out, the fingers extending out, stretching towards you. And just before touching you, this large matrix of little dots and lines start appearing as hands. And it points at
Ooh,
them.
what's that?
And as you look closer, you see this thing kind of, this vast knowledge that you're kind of swimming through, kind of like the internet, only useful. Um, and the longer you stare, the more understanding begins to dawn on you that these are the collective knowledge of somewhere. And the creature looks at you expectantly.
I think so. Do I actually learn anything looking at these, or do I just know instinctively that like this is knowledge?
It seems to be knowledge, and if you concentrate on a certain type, it begins to light up.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not even paying attention to the creepy thing. I would just be mesmerized by these and looking at all of them.
Right? And it continues to watch expectantly as you've told it to be quiet.
Okay. Can can I understand any of these like myself
So,
without an explanation?
as you look at any individual one or try and bring up knowledge, it kind of brings up these little beads and they light up. You stare at one too long, and it simply asks the question, do you accept this? And it seems to be knowledge that you can bring to yourself. So, quick jump out of character. These are embeds. These are talents or skills that you could grab.
Okay.
So, talents are unique things like crafting, using things in certain ways, non combat related things. And uh, the virtue embeds are basically very much like aspects from House of the Blooded, but just the invoke part. They give you a benefit to a specific virtue in a specific circumstance.
Okay. Can I and you said it's not combat related at all?
Usually not, no. There are different embeds for combat, but that's not what this creature is offering.
Okay. Can I can I have all of these?
It raises his other hand, holds up two fingers.
Hmm. What would you recommend? I say, looking at the the lady, the blind lady.
So looking up, the council has disappeared. It is just this single creature left.
Oh, oh, it's just you.
And gives a long nod.
Um, okay, you can talk again. What would you recommend?
And it stares at you for a long moment and looks deep. And the kind of thing in his hand begins to swirl. Some understanding. A magical understanding.
There's magic. There's magic.
There
I
is, we have put into place a mechanism for you to better understand and concentrate on something. Much like your computers.
yes, that sounds awesome. If I have forever to live, I can learn forever.
And it gives a long nod.
Yes, that one. Show me that one.
And you see three spin up. And the ability identify pops up. And it has a little blank beside it.
Okay, it so the embed would be identify.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and there's a blank beside it,
Yeah.
like there's smaller ones to take, or like I just take identify.
It seems like there's a subset to choose from when you take it.
Okay, so I guess look at the subsets and I choose between those.
Yeah, so as you zoom in, it says lore, instinct, and spiritus. And as you focus on a different one, instinct shows weaknesses, lore shows understanding of facts, and spiritus is the understanding of magic.
Spiritus and lore. Can I take both of these?
The creature gives a nod, and
That's what I want.
you see two separate embeds kind of pop out and disappear into your vision.
So they like go into my eye
Yeah,
or just like into my face.
into your face, and they kind of vanish, and you see them kind of pop in the bottom corner of your vision. Bottom right seems to light up with these two things.
Mm. I like rub my eyes, like try to get them out of my vision, and they're still there.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm, that's a neat trick. Can I learn to do that?
And he gives a nod.
I think we're gonna get along famously.
And it kind of cocks its head. We likely will. We require your help.
Right. But like, when the help is done, I have forever now.
And the creature kind of gives that sort of half nod.
So what next?
It gestures hands different directions. You see all sorts of weapons, books, rings begin to pop up out of the ground.
Ooh, loot!
And it holds up a single finger.
Come on, man!
Shakes its
Help a
head.
friend out!
Mm. It seems to be considering for a second.
One scholar to another!
Mm. And you see a lot of the weapons that begin to vanish, and a few of the books kind of float over.
Okay, how many?
There seems to be three main ones, but there's still very many down there. And the first says Book of the Storms. The second says the Book of Animal Transformations. And then the final one just says Savagery.
Mm. I kind of like swipe away savagery.
Like to grab or to dismiss it.
Nah, I like dismiss it.
It vanishes.
Not my style. But these have me written all over them. So you said two, right?
And it does a quick look around, making sure nothing else is there, and then gives a slow nod.
You're my favorite. And I take them both, animal transformations and storms.
Alright. And with that, the world begins to burn away. Uh, Wendell, whatever his idealized form is. So he could be younger, he could still be the old man, but his body begins to regenerate, and you start appearing. Behind you is this stone temple. The earth just outside seems to be almost mud. Looking in the distance, there's blackened landscape. The sun seems to be just rising, and there's this purple haze rising up in the distance. Buildings are on fire. People are yelling in the distance. And that's where we're going to close off.
Oh man.
So, everyone, that's been session 0 for Wendell, and we will see you all next time.
Goodbye.
Bye, all.